Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone in today's class, elementary grade. Our textbook is Weekend 3, and today, inshallah, we will cover Unit 9, My School is Cool Evaluation, where we're going to review all of this unit lessons and also to cover most of the goals and exercises we did cover with this unit. So this will be presented by me, teacher Mazen Harbi. So let's begin. The first lesson we had in this unit was called Finding Out Times, which can be seen on pages 66 and also 67. And our goals were in this lesson to build up questions and answers about school, and also to write short, simple words or phrases just to complete a paragraph. So let's remind ourselves of the lessons on page 66. The first thing we did learn in finding out times, which is we learned how to ask questions about our school and also how we can have different answers. Like, for example, the first question we have learned, which is, what's the name of your school? And we said that when someone asks you this question, what's the name of this school? You can name your school with different names and say the name like this. Like Little Rock Elementary School or Bedrock Elementary School, or you can say Riyadh Elementary School or Jeddah Elementary School. So this will help you to know how to talk about your school. Also, the other question we have learned and asked, which is, how many students are there in your school? And the answers we found were either we say about 1,000, about 500, about 100, or I don't know. So this is also another thing that you can say about your school, which is to know exactly or to say the number of students you have there. And also you can use the word about, because about does not give the exact time, but also it will give a close number to the real student or the number of students you have. Also, we learned the third questions, which is about the school lunch or the school breakfast. For example, that question was, do you have school lunch at your school? Do you have school lunch or do you have school breakfast at your school? And the answers could be, if the answer is yes, you can say, yes, we do, every day. Or you would say, no, we don't. We bring our own. So here also another thing to think about your school. If they do provide you with school breakfast or you bring from on your own. And also the fourth question, which is about school bus. Does your school have a school bus? And if the answer is yes, you can say, yes, it does. It has a big yellow bus or it has a big white bus. And if the answer is no, you can say, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Also, we did practice one more question about your school, which is, do you have a school uniform? Do you have a school uniform? Where if your school has their own uniform or their own clothing that each student need to wear. If the answer is yes, you can say, yes, we do, or no, we don't. Also, the last thing we talk about, or the last question we said about your school, which is a question about timing, which is, what time does your school start? And you can have answers like, it starts at 7 o'clock, or it starts at 7:30, or at 8 o'clock and 8:30. So here are 6 important questions we can ask other people about it, or we can have or prepare answers for them, which is the name of our school, how many students we have in our school, and also whether our school provide a school breakfast, and if there is school bus, and if we have school uniform, or what time does our school start. So this is the important 6 questions we learned last time. So also the other thing we did is that we did fill in the blanks, then talk about your school. We said that how we can practice all of the questions by writing them down here in this exercise. So this exercise said, hey, hi, let me introduce my school. So in this exercise, we supposed to write down the information about our school. First, the first one, we need to write the name of our school. My name of school is, for example, Riyadh School. And there are about, and here I say, or I write the number of students. There are about 500 students in my school. Also, to talk about we, for example, we have lunch or breakfast at our school. Or you can say we don't. And then we talk about the school bus. You can say that our school has a school bus, or our school doesn't have a school bus. So think about your school when you're writing down these answers. And then here you say, we have a school uniform if you do, and if you don't, you can say, we don't have a school uniform. And finally, our school starts at, and then you mention the time. Our school starts at 7 or at 6:30, at 8. So think of all this information when you write down or fill in this exercise. After this, we did learn another lesson, which is called the grammar in action, on pages 68 and 69. And our goals in this lesson were to change verbs from present to past, talk about favorite subject, favorite school subjects, and also to use ordinal numbers to talk about past activities and events that happened in the past, and also to differentiate between the regular and irregular verbs. So the first lesson we said that we need to listen to a chant that is called which plus present and past tense. And we said that this chant will help us to know how to ask questions in the present, and also how to answer these questions in the present as well. So the first example we showed is this question. Number 1. Which subject do you like most this year? Which subject do you like most this year? And the answer was, this year I like math. So here with the question we use the present, and also with the answer we use the present and the verb like. Also we use the same question but with the past. We said, which subject did you like most last year? And the answer, also with the answer, we used the verb in the past. We said, last year I liked PE. Last year I liked PE. So here as well, we did write the past. Also with the other question, and number 3, which we use in the present, which is about which grade are you in this year? With this question, we also answered in the present as well. We said, this year I am in the 6th grade. So here, in the question, we use the present, and also in the answer, we use the present as well. With this same questions, we change it to the past. We said, which grade were you in last year? So with the answer, we answer in the past as well. We said, last year I was in the 5th grade. Last year I was in the 5th grade. Also, the last pair of questions we said last time, which is, which city do you live in? To talk about your city. Also, we answered these questions in the present. We said, I live in Najran. And we use the same questions but in the past when we say, which city did you and your parents go to last year? And the answer were, last year we went to Riyadh. Last year we went to Riyadh. So with these questions, we talk about our favorite subject in the present and in the past. Also, we talk about which grade are we in the present and in the past. And also we talk about which city are we in the present, or we live in the present and in the past. And after this, we had an exercise where we talk about all of the verbs that we use with these questions in their present and past forms. So, like for example, with do is the present form and the past form of it is did. And are in the present form and the past form of it is were. And also like is the present form and the past of it is liked. And finally go, the present form and the past of it is went. So we said that it is important that we collect these verbs so we can memorize them. We know how to write them in the present and also in the past form. And after this, we had an interesting exercise that is called the subject race, where what we said that, imagine you have this table with different school subjects and listen to the person that will play this game with you. So this person will say a sentence about one of these subjects. And once you listen to the subject, all you have to do is to circle the subject. And you can do the same with the rest of the subjects that you listen to. For example, if I said that I like science, I like science. Then here what you need to do is to circle the word or the subject science. So now it will be your turn to talk about any subject of this table and the other person will circle it. And also to make it more fun, you can have or do the subject race number 2, where you're going to listen to your partner say the same sentence, but this time it is your turn to write it here on the table, not to circle it, as you're going to have an empty table. So try this. It will help you to learn how to write and how to detect different school subjects. And after this, we had the lesson of reading and writing on pages 70 and 71. And our goals with this lesson were to rewrite the verbs in the present tense and also to read and chant run ahead a little lamb in present. So what we did is that we listened to a chant in the past that is called run ahead the lamb. And after we did this, we focus on how to rewrite this chant. So let's remind ourselves and listen to this chant one more time. So, run ahead a little lamb. Run ahead a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. Everywhere that Rana went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. It made the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. So in this chant, we said that it is a chant that is written in the past because we see verbs in the past form. And we said that we need to rewrite it. And how we do this? By changing the verbs in the past to verbs in the present. So we change had to has, was to is, went to goes, followed to follows, and made to makes. And the chant became like this. Rana has a little lamb. Its fleece is white as snow. Everywhere that Rana goes, the lamb is sure to go. It follows her to school one day, which is against the rules. It makes the children laugh and play to see a lamb at school. So this is how we did rewrite this chant by changing the verbs from the past form to the present. And after this, we did listen and match our English class rules, where we said that you need to listen to these rules and to match the verbs you have here to the rest of the sentence. For example, the first rule we have is don't shout, speak clearly. So what we did is that we listened to different instructions and different rules, and we matched them with each other. Let's try this. Don't shout, speak clearly. Listen to the teacher. Stand up. Stand up when you present. Ask for help when you have a problem. Don't forget to do your homework. Use your CD when you study English. Don't make too much noise when you play games. Speak English in class. So this is how we did answer. We listened to different rules, and all we have to do is match all of these verbs with the rest of the sentence so we can have a full rule of our English class rules. And after this, with phonics, on pages 72 and 73, our goals were in this lesson to recognize and produce the consonant blends SC, SK, and SQ, and also to write some sentences about school and also to write words correctly. So the first thing we did with this lesson is that we learned different words that starts with SC, SK, and also SQ, so we can know the differences. And these words were scarf, sky, square. As you can see here, sky, square, scarf. And why memorizing these words important? Because it will help us to differentiate between the different sounds. Also, we did practice more words with SC, SK, and SQ. And these words were skate, squeeze, scary. Skate, squeeze, scary. We said that this word will help us to differentiate between the differences between these blends. Also, words like skirt, squid, scan. Skirt, squid, and scan. And after this, another exercise where we write what they are doing. Here we have a picture, as you can see on your books, to see people doing different things. And what you need to do is to write down what they are doing. And we already have the two letters. So here in the first picture, we can say that this person is squeezing oranges. And this person is playing a dangerous sport, which is we call skydiving. And also this person in the sea who likes the sea and inside the water, and what does he do? He is scuba diving. We said that these practices and these sports will help us to differentiate between these blends. Also, we had the last thing we did with this unit is we read the reading that is called My School, where we read about someone else's school so we can learn how to write about our own. So let's listen to it one more time. I live in a small town. I have a lot of friends and we all go to the same school. Our school is really cool. There are about 20 classrooms, a library, a big yard, and an art workshop. The principal's office and the teacher's lounge are on the ground floor. There are smart classrooms in our school with computers, projectors, and interactive boards. We really like using our smart classroom. So we said that after reading and listening to my school text, now it's our turn to write down about our school. We can start by saying, I live in Riyadh, for example, the name of your town, and then we can start with the name of our school and how many classrooms do we have and other facilities we have, a computer room, science lab, big yard, and to talk about our teachers and so on. This is important, will help you to learn more about your school. So now we have the end of this revision. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.